Dogs have long been cherished as humanity's loyal companions. But beyond their devotion and love, there's something truly extraordinary about them. Something that defies the logic we know about the world. Dogs have a heightened perception of the world around them, and they can sense things that we, as humans, simply cannot. Their sharp instincts and extraordinary abilities allow them to pick up on subtle energies, frequencies, and even phenomena that escape our comprehension. Today, we're diving deep into this mystical world to uncover just how much our furry friends understand the unseen and unexplained. Imagine this. You're sitting quietly in your living room when suddenly, your dog starts staring intently at an empty corner of the room. There's no sound, no movement, no one else is there. But your dog is fixated, tilting their head, and perhaps growling softly as if responding to something invisible. What are they reacting to? Could it be an invisible presence, or perhaps something more subtle like an inaudible frequency? These moments, where dogs behave in ways we don't fully understand, are windows into the mysterious, mystical world that they seem to navigate so effortlessly. 1. Detecting subtle energies. One of the most fascinating abilities of dogs is their keen sensitivity to subtle energies that humans may not even be aware of. This could be the emotional tension in a room after a heated argument or the lingering presence of something supernatural. Many dog owners have witnessed their pets refuse to enter certain rooms, even when no apparent reason exists. This phenomenon seems to coincide with unsettling experiences that humans might have in those spaces, from eerie feelings to paranormal events. Story highlight. I once lived in a house with my dog, Max, where he refused to go down into the basement. At first, I thought he was just being stubborn. But over time, his refusal to step foot in that area became more pronounced. Months later, we learned that the basement had once been a location for some deeply unsettling rituals. Was Max reacting to some kind of residual energy left behind? It certainly made me rethink the depth of his instincts. 2. Interacting with the spiritual world. For centuries, people have believed that dogs can sense spiritual beings and interact with forces beyond our understanding. There are countless stories of dogs reacting to unseen presences, barking, staring into space, or acting uneasy in places where nothing is visibly amiss. Could it be that dogs possess a bridge to the spiritual realm that we, with our limited perceptions, cannot access? Story highlight. A family in Scotland reported that their dog, Bella, would often stare at an old rocking chair in their attic. Bella's attention seemed to fixate on this chair, often growling or whimpering in response. The family, puzzled by Bella's behavior, later discovered an old photograph of a woman who had lived in the house many decades earlier. She was always photographed sitting in that very chair. Was Bella responding to the presence of this long-gone woman? It's a chilling thought, but it serves as a compelling example of how our dogs might interact with the spirits in our homes. 3. Sensing diseases in humans. Beyond their spiritual sensitivity, dogs possess an extraordinary ability to sense physical changes in humans, particularly illnesses. Their sense of smell is so fine-tuned that they can detect chemical changes in our bodies long before we are aware of them. Some dogs have been trained to detect diseases such as cancer and diabetes with astonishing accuracy. Scientific insight. Studies show that dogs can detect cancer cells with up to 98% accuracy. In one well-documented case, a woman in California credits her dog, Daisy, for saving her life. Daisy repeatedly nudged her breast, urging her to check for a lump, which ultimately led to the discovery of breast cancer. This story is just one of many in which dogs have saved lives by detecting diseases that even advanced medical equipment might miss. 4. Perceiving Earth's magnetic fields. Dogs also have a unique connection to Earth's magnetic fields. Researchers have discovered that dogs can align themselves with these magnetic fields, especially when they relieve themselves. This ability to sense the Earth's magnetism might also explain how dogs navigate unfamiliar areas. Dogs are believed to use the Earth's magnetic fields not only for orientation but also as a natural GPS system. Imagine how sensitive their instincts are, capable of tapping into the invisible forces that govern our planet. 5. Predicting natural disasters. Perhaps one of the most astonishing ways that dogs demonstrate their heightened sensitivity is in their ability to predict natural disasters. Before an earthquake or storm strikes, dogs often behave in ways that suggest they are reacting to changes in the environment. Pacing, whining, hiding, or seeking shelter. Researchers believe that dogs might be detecting subtle vibrations or changes in atmospheric pressure that humans are unable to perceive. Story highlight. In 2011, during the devastating tsunami in Japan, many dogs exhibited strange behavior hours before the disaster struck. Some sought shelter, others paced nervously, and a few even barked incessantly. Many people credit these animals for saving lives, as their early warning gave people the time to evacuate and prepare. This is just one example of how dogs' connection to nature's rhythms can be a lifesaver. Building a narrative with stories. The history of dogs is full of examples of their roles as protectors, guides, and spiritual companions. In many ancient cultures, dogs were believed to have mystical powers. The Greeks, for instance, saw dogs as guardians of the gates to the afterlife, while in Chinese culture, they are symbols of loyalty, protection, and guardianship. In our modern lives, dogs continue to act as our protectors. I remember one such experience with my Labrador, Luna. One evening, as we were relaxing at home, Luna began to paw incessantly at the kitchen door. At first, I thought she was just being playful, but her behavior was so persistent that I decided to investigate. To my shock, I discovered a gas leak that could have caused a dangerous explosion. Luna's incredible sense of smell had potentially saved our lives. These moments remind us just how much our dogs are attuned to our well-being. Lessons learned from dogs. Dogs have an incredible way of teaching us life lessons, whether consciously or unconsciously. Here are 3 key takeaways from our bond with them. Trust your instincts. Dogs have an almost supernatural ability to trust their instincts. When they act, it's often because they're sensing something we can't perceive. This teaches us to trust our own instincts and listen to the subtle signals in our own lives. Be present. Dogs are masters of living in the moment. Their awareness of their surroundings and the people around them teaches us the importance of being present in our daily lives. Rather than constantly thinking ahead or dwelling on the past, dogs show us the power of mindfulness. Cherish bonds. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to human emotions. They comfort us when we're sad, celebrate with us when we're happy, and are always there when we need them most. This reminds us of the importance of nurturing our relationships, both with animals and people. Closing the loop, why it matters. Dogs are not just our pets. They are intuitive beings, deeply attuned to energies, emotions, and phenomena that remain hidden from us. Their extraordinary abilities to sense the unseen world, whether rooted in science or spirituality, invite us to marvel at the mysteries of the natural world. As we continue to explore these mystical aspects, we also recognize that our bond with dogs is special, perhaps more profound than we've ever realized. So, the next time your dog reacts to something you can't see or hear, take a moment to reflect on the possibility that they are perceiving something beyond our understanding. Perhaps it's their way of teaching us to look deeper, to trust in our own instincts, and to be aware of the unseen forces at play in our lives. Remember, dogs have long been known as man's best friend. Maybe their true role is not just as companions, but as spiritual guides, guardians, and keepers of secrets that we may never fully comprehend. Conclusion. In the end, dogs are far more than just pets. They are ancient, mystical beings who help us see the world through different eyes. Their abilities to sense and perceive the unseen world make them truly extraordinary. As we cherish our bond with these incredible creatures, let's take a moment to appreciate the depths of their intuition and the mysteries they uncover for us every day.